All right, hi everyone, here to share with you about pantry storage. Pantry storage is what got me into Tupperware in the first place in my 20s. I joined Tupperware as a seller and I sold so much stuff that I pretty much filled my whole pantry. And I got back into it like 12 years later because my friend was doing it and she said, I need to sign somebody up. And I said, okay, sign me up, but I don't want to do anything. I just want the pack, got the pack. And then I dabbled. And then over the last month, I've really been boosting my business. And I've realized it's a super, super easy way to fulfill my myself, hi Ellie, saying good morning, that I've got a purpose. I'm a mum, but I've got my job and I'm a Tupperware consultant and I'm super proud of that. And I'm a social seller. I've done social selling before. I love selling online. We make great commission and we share awesome products. So it's not, I don't have to have any anxiety about what I'm selling being rubbish because I know that it's quality. Yes, it costs a lot of money. And for some people, they don't want to spend that money and that's cool. Go to Kmart, go to the supermarket and buy Systema. I'm totally comfortable with that. But if you want quality and you want Tupperware, I'm your lady. So that's my little spiel about modular. So I've laid some stuff out here. See if I can show you. Bam, bam. Right. So modular storage. So yes, there are some imposter modulars around, but I can guarantee you they are not the same. Nowhere near as good as seals. The plastic is different and I just swear they won't last as long. So I know with Tupperware that the food I'm putting in, it's going to stay fresher for longer. And that's definitely a thing. It keeps out all your like little weevils and those weird things that can get into your flour and stuff. So right, let's get onto modulars. So they come in four different varieties. So you've got your ovals, so obviously it looks oval. You've got your squares, because it's a square. Get these spice things off here. You've got your rectangles, because it's rectangle, and I don't have them, but there are also super ovals, and they're kind of like half of a rectangle. So I don't have any of those, but they are also a thing, because I still use the Systema version. Don't tell anyone. But I tell you what, I need to get some super ovals because the Systema ones, the stuff in there goes stale. My rice bubbles, we don't eat lots, they go stale. So super ovals are what I do need, and one day I'll get them, but it's all a budget. Right, they also come in different heights. So this is a 1, okay, that height is a 1. 2 ones is a 2, and then a 1 and a 2 obviously is a, that must be a 4. I don't know if I have any 3s of anything actually, is a 3. So you can imagine that would be a 3, okay, because you've got a 1, no, that's a 3. That would be a 4 because you've got a 2, a 1, a 1. Okay, so then you have a 4, and the 4s are the really high ones. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is your big one. That's obviously a big rectangle. What else on that? The seals come in different colors. So at the moment in the range, we have black and Klein blue. But of course, there have been, where's my purple ones? Different colors have come out through the years. There used to be some pale pinks, there's some grays. I don't know what color they call it, maybe aubergine. Trissa might be able to put it in the chat, she might know. Okay, so there's different seal colors. The great thing with the modulars is they are like the Tupperware lifetime warranty. So if your seal breaks, if something, I don't know how your base could break, doesn't happen, but the seals do break. So if the seals start breaking, then you can get replacement parts. So there's a warranty process that you go through for that. So like, for example, this here is my seal on my rectangle and it's got a little crack in it. So I would be able to get another one of these, but Trissa shared with me a tip the other day that when you take them off, so what I do is I pull up on the corner and I just rip it off. But Trissa says you should release, rhubarb, thanks Trissa, release each corner before you take it off. Don't just pull off the corner and then rip it because like no wonder it's going to break. So back in the day, I used to put all of my baking and crackers and everything in the modulars. I've since got some other Tupperware containers for that, but they're perfect for that. What I use modulars for now, I'll turn my camera and you might be able to see them. I'll put you on top of the modulars. So I have my pastas and baking things in modulars, and the stuff just lasts forever. So this here, another thing about the seals is you can get 2 types of seals. You can get a pour all seal or a normal plain seal. So there's another little pour all seal. So this one might be easier to show. So I often use my 1s for like small things that you don't use that often, like maybe your crema tartar, nuts, seeds. What else? I don't have a lot of 1s. maybe baking soda if you don't use a lot of baking soda. I use pretty much oval 2s and square 2s for everything. That's my my pantry strategy because of the shape of cupboards I have. If you've got really deep cupboards, you may be more interested in having the rectangles. So that's a tip on that. Or if your cupboards aren't real, you know, you've got real high shelves, you may not be interested in a 4. You may need to stick to 2s for that reason as well. So yeah, there's the ones pour real seal. So you pull the seal up and it's really sturdy. It's not going to fall off. What I like is it actually clips back. So when you pour stuff, oops, daisies, pour stuff out of there, this isn't going to flip down. So it does stick itself up there. And then when you close it, you just slide your fingers forward and you'll hear it make a little click. And then you know that it's definitely attached on there. So I just did some pantry planning for a lady the other day, and I took a pack and pretty much all the seals were pour-all. So we just made sure we did the stuff in her pantry. Like she uses a lot of macaroni pasta. So that's perfect for a pour-all. Rice would be perfect in a pour-all. At the moment, I have it in a square 2. And I have to scoop my scoop it in there, and then if the container's full, it scoops the rice over the side. So fail on my part. So anything that can be a bit messy and you want easy pouring for, these pour-all seals are amazing. So you can select those at the time of purchasing. Tupperware, sell these all individually or in different packs. So there are 3 kitchen planning packs that you can get. I don't know the prices off by heart, maybe like 150, one's 270 and 370 or 600. There's definitely a $604 pack, which I don't know anyone that spends $604, because what they do is they have a Tupperware party, they get it to at least $600 in sales, they get a half price item or pack, so they get their whole 600 kit for half price for $302, and it is humongous. So if you want to see that, I can let you know, just ask. What else on that? So those are kind of the modulars. So I offer custom kitchen planning. So if you've already got some modulars, we can just talk about maybe what modulars you need to sort your pantry out. But if you've got no modulars, then we just start with things that annoy you the most, or that make the biggest mess in your cupboard. So like flowers, the coconut, or whatever solution you need for your pantry, we talk around that. So the other day, went to Fiona's house and she was just like, I don't really know where to start. So I went into her pantry, I pulled a few things out, we talked about what she uses, what quantities she buys in, and then we planned her kitchen for that. And I put some stuff in containers, and then she's since brought another pack, which is going to be delivered to her house. And if she wants me to go and help her put that in her pantry and help organize it, I can do that. Otherwise, when it goes to your house, you can do what you like with it. I quite often have modulars here. So if you're like, ring me up tomorrow and say, I want you to come do my pantry, I can say yes. So I do make sure that I've got some stuff here, and I try and get them when they're on specials, then I can give them to you for cheaper as well. So if you are watching this and you're working with another consultant, definitely ask them about how their consultant manages custom kitchen planning. So this, if you're seeing this video and you already know a Tupperware consultant, please make sure that you go back to them, because I certainly don't want to be stealing anybody's business. That's really important to me, that Tupperware is for everybody. I have plenty of customers, so I'm not needing to poach anyone else's customers. And if you are thinking, wow, this sounds amazing, maybe I'd like to be a consultant, please, please, please reach out. Honestly, it is so easy. And for me, it's a sense of community. It's not just about the products. Every week, or more than once a week, there are trainings. You don't have to go to them all. We've got group chats and we just build each other up. If you're having a low day, just put a comment in there. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling so low. Or if you're feeling low about your business, oh my goodness, no one's bought from me in the last 2 weeks. What can I do? And there's so much support there. Okay, so that's a little spiel on that one. Okay, so we've done the modulars. As well as the modulars, you can buy these little labels. They're $20 at the moment. Ellie's on. I've got, this is your one, Ellie. Normally they're 28. So often things do come on special. So if you're looking for modulars, but they're all expensive right now, drop your consultant or me a message and say, I'm interested in modulars. Let me know when they're on sale and we can sort that out. If you're watching this, there is an amazing sale at the moment in November. On modulars, you can get huge packs for either $30, $100 or $200. There's kind of some criteria to go around that, but it's best to discuss that with you. So let me know if you're interested in that. So there are 5 sheets of stickers in here, and they cover everything. And what I love is they have gluten-free options. So back in the day, it was just flour, self-raising flour, wholemeal flour. Now it's gluten-free, self-raising flour, gluten-free, plain flour. So I need that. And there's even random things on here that I've never seen. Like I do not know what muscovado sugar is. This is the second time I've shared about these online, and I still haven't figured out what it is, but I don't have it, so I don't need to know. So I put them on the front. Some people recommend buying 2 of these, because if you buy 2 of these, you can put them on the front and on the back. Oh, I've actually done that. Check me out. I haven't done it to all of mine. So it doesn't matter what way you or your doofus family put the container back in the cupboard. You can always see what was thinking if I had one on there, I don't. You can see what is in there. So that is a good little tip. And in here, there's heaps of plain clear ones with nothing on it. So you can write on there with a pen what you like a vivid thing, what you want. All right, a part of the modular range also is our spice shakers. So they come in small and large, and they have 2 different entry holes. This side here is for putting a spoon in, or like big pouring. This side here obviously is your little hole doofy thing. So I put herbs in there. Herbs can get out the holes. I've actually they were on special. So I brought a whole lot because I wanted to give them as gifts. So I'm thinking today for Ali and Trissy, you're both going to be in the draw for a spice shaker. Black seal. I've heard that people, and I want to do this, is make up their own spice blend. So I used to buy these type of things. The kids' dads, if he comes down here and makes dinner for us all, yay for co-parenting. He'll quite often bring, like he's doing lamb chops, he'll bring this sort of thing, but we can make this on our own. These things are so expensive, and you're using up more product. Whereas if you're just buying some boxes of herbs, which is, the boxes are so much better to biodegrade, you can put them in your spice things. I've had these for 12 years. You got to tell me they still look like they're brand new, right? Yeah, so anyway, you can make up your own spice blends in there. And I think in my Tupperware group, I've actually put some recipes in there for how to make spice blends. Okay, so we've done spice keepers, we've done the modulars, right, we've done the labels. If there's any questions about, I know 12 years, it might have been longer than 12 years. So I started selling Tupperware when I was around 19, 20, and I brought them all then, and I'm 33. So yeah, like 12, 13 years. So good. Right, and I love the purple. So good. At the moment, this is a thing. At the moment, you can buy on, I'll tell you about that later, actually. I'm going off track. Right, another thing that we have are these, now this is not what they look like in the catalogue. In the catalogue, they are, I think they're black with green or green with black. And this is for storing your potatoes, your onion, your garlic, all of that sort of thing. So the reason that I'm saying they're different is the new ones now, this is a solid color, it's not clear, because if you're storing potatoes, they need a dark environment. They also need to breathe. So that's why you have these little holy things here. And they stack really nicely on top of your modulars, or on top of each other. I actually have another one, hang on. And they come in different sizes. So you might be thinking, oh, that's a bit small. Our family eats way more potatoes than that. So if you've got a tall bottom in your pantry, you could stick them on top of each other. So normally I go potatoes. And this one I put like kumara or onions. Obviously, this isn't going to fit your 10 kg bag of potatoes. So if you're one of those families that buys massive bags of potatoes, I would just decant some in here and then put your big sack of potatoes somewhere dark and cold. Okay, you don't want them in light and heat. This is 8.3 litres, the whole container size is. So that would be the equivalent to a modular 4. Yep, that's the height of a 4. So there's those. Okay, so that's modulars. We've done modulars. I don't think there's anything else I need to tell you about modulars. So a common question I get with modulars, this is probably the last thing, is what size containers do I need? And it depends completely on what you buy. So we buy gluten-free pasta, and we can fit easily in here a 500-gram bag of gluten-free pasta. So your big bags of, they were on special, I should have got, yeah, I know they were, it's like $85 for 12 spice keepers. And I was going to say at the moment on our other shop link, Trista, we can buy this color spice seals, but they won't go through parties. So that's kind of why I didn't want to share about that. Right, so 500 grams in there. I've got my icing sugar. So this is what I've got in my square 2. So square 2 is 2.6 litres and it fits 500 grams of pasta. So in my square 2s, I have rice. It can fit 2 bags of my small jasmine rice that I buy. I've got my gluten-free self-raising flour. If you buy the Edmonds, I can fit 2 bags of that in a square 2. Got my icing sugar. I've got white sugar. I've got 3 pasta containers. A little bit love pasta. And brown sugar, because we make a lot of, or used to, not so much anymore, chocolate self-saucing puddings. I think that is that. I am not really massive on the rectangles or the square ones. You can get square ones which are that height, but some people do, and they love them for, like, you know, the box of Edmonds corn flour and Edmonds custard powder. They fit really beautifully in one of these square one. So this is a rectangle one, so square one is just take that part off. and it's that height. I do have some of the big rectangles. So I actually have one for my flour. So if you are a baker and you're using a 5 kg bag of flour, you're going to want a big rectangle 4. They are not in our catalog all the time. They come out on special, and I may have some good news for you next week. They go watch the space and don't tell anyone. Trissa needs rectangles. So yeah, I use this for my backstock. So you know how you always have packets of random crap that's lying around that needs a container. These here actually are not open, but if stuff's open, I'll often put it in here. These are actually all things that aren't open. I've found my cream of tartar, so I need to get I'm going to leave this out because I need an oval one for my cream of tartar, because I think I have a tiny container up there. Right, and I need to put the crackers in another container. So yeah, backstock or flour is great for that. So I always tell the story that I went up to Taranaki back in May. My granddad was dying. He said, right, everyone come home, I'm dying. So we're like, okay. So up we went and literally just packed up, left kind of after a couple of days or whatever. And we didn't come back for 3 weeks. When I did come back, there was a packet of these rice crackers, but they were my favorite flavor, tomato salsa, in the cupboard. And I was like, oh, I'm hungry. Everything's in containers. This is easily accessible. Pulled it out and I thought, oh, that feels light. There was a little hole in the top and the little mousey had eaten its way all the way down to the bottom of the rice crackers, but left like a shell on the outside. So I was like, fuck. But oh, sorry, I just swore, and this is going to go on Facebook. Sorry, Facebook. And what's my story about that? I swore. Oh, and then nothing else in my cupboard was touched because I had my backstock container. I had my everything else in modulars, or if I didn't have them in modulars, I had them in getting to the next thing. I'm just loving doing this thing so much, guys. I woke up this morning so pumped. The specials next week are insane. Right, so I have everything in cubics containers. I actually have, some child's been in here. I actually have a whole lot of these. There was a massive special, and you get these in all different sizes. They brought them out a couple of times, and I don't know if they would bring them all out to sell them and never make them again, or what their story was, but I got like 20 containers for $180, or might have been 40 containers, not 40, but it must have been about 20. It was a lot anyway. So what they do still have though are these 2 cubixes. You can get them together for $43. They are a different color, and I'm pretty sure they're not clear. I think it's this color and then kind of an orangey peachy color. This is what I put all of my, maybe I'll just show you, all of my crackers and biscuits in. So when I brought the Cubics pack, they had these tall squares and they had these taller rectangles, but like I say, all they have is now. But all of these things that are in these other containers, I literally just use them because I don't have those. So if you have a lot of crackers and a lot of biscuits, I'd say get 8 of these. Get 4 packs of 2. Bam, all of your school stuff is sorted. You can have one for your raisins, have one for your muesli bars, Oreos. So if you've got any questions about this Cubics, yeah, I'm sorry they don't have all of those sizes that I have in there, but they do stack beautifully on each other. The seals aren't as epic as the these here. So if you were like, say you're a person that buys crackers because people come over and you put it in a container and then you're thinking you want to pull them out again 2 months later, they won't keep as well in here as they keep in like a rectangle one. So if you're a person who wants to kind of store crackers long term and you're not getting big turnover, a rectangle one with the amazing seal is more for you. Any questions so far? Trissa, what have I missed? Probably just with, not so much with these, I haven't found, but they call it marrying up the seal. So when you first get your modulars, sometimes it can seem like the seals are quite hard to put on, not so much with these containers, but with some other containers. So just put them in hot water, put them on the container, let them sit, and generally they're married together. Thank you, Trissa. I've been doing it a long time. I feel like I am pretty amazing with my information. I didn't even write a list today. I was like, I think modulars are my thing. I can talk ad lib. So when you, like Trissa said, when you open them, go around the outside. Don't just do what I do and like put it on and go, because you can see that it's putting pressure on the seal. So of course it's going to break. And then when you put it on, so you put it on corner by corner, 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 corner. You can even do this thing called burping the containers. I saw somewhere that people said don't burp a square, but I disagree. Okay, so you flip the last corner up, you push down on the middle, and you slide that closed. And so then you've pushed out the last of the air that was trying to escape, rather than having it kind of bulging at the top. Burping is especially important with your ovals though. So in my ovals, I have white chocolate, I have custard powder, I have wholemeal plain flour, I have cocoa, I have baking soda, I have baking powder, I have corn flour, caster sugar, breadcrumbs, but to be honest, I probably should have put my breadcrumbs in something like this, a pour all, probably not a 4, but a 3, because putting them in a container, that when it pours out, it kind of flips over the side, so you need a pour all spout on it. I had a question from someone who wanted to order. She said a lot of stuff was sold out. When will it be back in stock? Yes, there's a good question. So when you go into the party link, if it says sold out, so we have 2 shops, and so what happens is we've got a New Zealand one, and the one we do the parties through is still attached to Australia. So we have separated from Australia, but we still haven't got our system fully made for parties in New Zealand. So that is a little bit of a downer. So if something says out of stock on there, we probably have stock, but we just have to load more stock onto Empower. Just message me straight away. This is showing out of stock. And then I can message Alexis and she will quickly update the stock or let us know if it genuinely is out of stock, because some things are out of stock. The zest is out of stock, the serving centre is out of stock, the spiralizer thing that was on special, of course that's out of stock because everyone bought it. Current specials are, yes, and there are rounds, true. So there's actually 5 type of modulars. So I said at the start there were 4, and I said a super oval, which I don't have. There are also 5s, which I also don't have, and they are little circle ones, and they are on special. I think you get like 10 containers for $665. So small ones and big ones, so average $16 a container, but yeah, that's amazing. So hopefully, Ellie, that answers your question, which is why I've put all of the information out way before the specials land. So hopefully people can fill their cart and then they'll know what's in or out of stock. Let me know, we'll get that amended, chuck it in their cart. So there may be a few little teething problems with that, and I apologize in advance, but just keep communicating with me, definitely. Cool, thank you, Ellie. Or if you want me to message her or anything, I'm more than happy to. So I think, yeah, 5, I'm like buzzing out, 5 type of modulars, and I don't have 2 of them, and I sell Tupperware. I need to get some big super ovals for my cereals and some rounds. I actually have my cereal and my spaghetti in a Sistema. Oh, such a trader. But yes, I should buy that $165 set. I don't need, anyway, something to think about. So thanks for being here. Because Trish is already a consultant, I'm going to be really mean and say, Ellie's getting the spice shaker. She's going to be like, gah, Cheryl. But I have got a cute little snack cup here for Trissa, so I'll make sure I flick that your way. Do it, damn it. But I have cute little snack cup. You'll love it. Right, so thank you so much for being here. I'm going to stop recording.